Lei Wulong is now with us. The mix-upiest of all the mix-up characters in Tekken in the history of, well, ever. He has a ton of stuff, so today we'll just be covering beginner stuff. And since beginner stuff is also really advanced for this guy, we'll just cover his stances so that you understand why Lei moves like he does, because he moves a lot. Even though I say this is a beginner tutorial, it might take, I don't know, around 30 minutes or so. But if you already know like the basics of Lei, you can feel free to like click away, because this is meant for people who have got Lei hype and want to like start using Lei. So I'll just walk you through the basics and only the stances. Normals and normals, there is normal stance. So I'll just, well, there is enough to figure out on your own. If you play Tekken long enough, you just figure out everything on your own. Now, of course, Lei is all about the mini combos, counter hit mix-ups, and basically being a pain in the ass for you and your opponent. But occasionally, every now and then, you'll find yourself in a situation where you can combo, and combos are nice because combos equals damage, and we want that damage to win. Lei is all about the mix-ups and the Oki in this game, but for now I'll just use the generics. And speaking of generics, you'll hear me use the term generic combo a lot in this game. When I refer to generic combo, I'll be referring to your launcher, whatever launcher it is, be it down for 2, be it a hop kick, be it whatever. Now the generic combo is after your launcher, for 3-1, back 2-4, back for 3-4. In case you're wondering what the hell that was, I've put command history on so you can see exactly what I've pressed. I like double pressing my buttons a lot, so yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of like directional doubles, or triples or quadruples. Basically, 1 is box, 2 is triangle, 3 is X, 4 is O. So yeah, whenever I refer to generic combo, what I just did, that's the generic combo. I'll just do it again so that you know. Minus the launcher, of course. That's the generic. That is the generic combo. Okay. Now, so I'm no pro, but 24 plus hours of labbing, practice matches with the best Lei pros I know of in this area, in Africa. And all my Shayu and driven experience and expertise have taught me to be really versatile in my thinking and gameplay style. And Lei falls in the same boat. Actually, Lei was the OG of that boat. He was the mix-up king before Shayu and Raven ever came to existence. So yeah, that playing those two and maining those two, because those two are like, anyone who knows me knows that those two are my mains. They've given me the mindset to know how to play Lei. Well, like I said, I'm by no means a pro, and no one can become a pro in like less than a day. I think it'll take me the rest of the year to like be a really good pro with Lei. But I can give you I can give you help with what I can help with. Well, with all that mumbling out of the way, let's get into it. The first things first. In training mode, I advise you put exactly what I've put right here. Opponent 1 will be stunned, so as in it'll hit just automatically. But if you put CPU on any opponent action to be guard all, if something is not a natural combo, that automatically block it. And Tekken has a lot of those. Like you might see something in the move list and think that okay, this thing combos, but it actually doesn't. Good example, this. See, she blocked the third hit. Why? Because it's not a natural. It only combos on counter hits. Which brings me to my my controller setup. I'll show you my controller setup in a moment. Next thing you'll realize I put quick roll. Now here, you can put right or left. But basically, the reason I've put quick roll is so that if something is sidesteppable on the ground, the reason you put it underground technique is if something is sidesteppable, they escape it. And the reason I've put wake up mid kick as the stand-up option is because wake up mid kick is the fastest wake up option of all these other options. Of course, there are also side rolls here and there, but the side rolls are not as fast as the mid kick. So with this combination right here, I can know if something hits you on the ground. If something hits, it's true and it's guaranteed. Like it's not a fake combo. Now next is the controller setup. With Lei, particularly with Lei, I advise you use this setup. The reason map your R1 to the 1+2, R2 to the 2 kicks, L1 to 1+4, L2 to 2+3, L3 to key charge, L3 to reject. The reject is self-explanatory. Whenever you want to do, you shouldn't be one of those people to throw out rejects. You should, when you want to do a reject, you know that's going to land. So instead of risking miss inputs, you just press R3 and job done. Key charge is because you want to sometimes okay, this is my personal opinion, but sometimes I want counter hits on command. And key charge is like, you see, whenever players light up, of course they can't block in that state, but if they get hit, or if they do get hit, or if they get hit, or if they hit, it's a counter hit. And Lei's counter hit game is really strong. And also I'll be displaying a lot of counter hits in this tutorial, so yeah, that's why L3 is mapped there. Now the rest of these are for his stances, starting with the play dead and the sidewinders and the sidewind series. Now, what the hell is play dead? Sorry, let me just map this back to where it was. Restore previous settings. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell is play dead or sidewind What the hell is that? Well, it's basically this, all this. See how it's lying in a different position all the time? All of those have different unique moves. Now, if it's sidewind, he'll be facing downwards. And sidewind, basically each variation, sidewind has two different variations, that's head towards and head away. But he'll always be facing downwards. Same for play dead. Play dead, he'll be facing upwards, but one is head towards and one is head away. So yeah, play dead looking up, sidewind looking down. Now enough of that. Let's talk about the easy part first of the sidewind / play dead mix up. The universals, there are some universal rules across all this. If you're in sidewind or play dead, it doesn't matter which one, which state you're in. If you press 1, which is box, you'll switch between sidewind and play dead with that in that respective position. Like if you're head towards, if you want head towards, you'll switch to play dead head towards, sidewind head towards, play dead head towards, sidewind head towards, etc. It doesn't matter which way you go down. So that's why that's why one of the reasons I've mapped the L1, L2, R1, R2 that way is going to sidewind and play dead is just pressing down and R1, R2, or down and L1 and down and L2. Like it becomes really simple and much less of a hassle. And that stance is really good because, as you can tell, it will miss a lot of BS going, and it will just go over you, and he can attack from those. So okay, let's go back to the center and start with the attacks. Another universal tool is that pressing 2, which is triangle, will switch between grounded and fully grounded, like you've been hit down. You know when you hit an opponent down and then they're like just grounded down. Yeah, I'll switch between fully grounded and the sidewind. Now you might wonder, what's the big deal? Like he's down already, so what's the big deal in that? The thing is that the sidewind and play dead stances, that they don't count as a fully grounded state. Like for example, let me just do this real quick. This is a real way, a nice way of testing stuff. You just put okay, no, not mimic. What is repeat action? There we go. We're just going to record Lily doing a hop kick. It doesn't hit grounded. Now this hop kick, it's good, but it doesn't hit grounded. Now we can play. Now if we play dead or whatever, we can be clipped if we try to switch between play dead or do play dead attacks. But if you're fully grounded, see what happened. If you're fully grounded, nothing happens to you. So yeah, it's like a semi-grounded state. So that's the use of the triangle. So yeah, knocking down Lei is like, you know how people value moves with knockdown. Now Lei throws that out the window, because whenever you knock him down, it's just another mix-up. Okay, enough about the universal tools. Let's start going to the unique tools of each of them. Okay, sidewinder 1+4. So that'll be down and L1 if you had checked my whatever my configurations. Of course, you already know what 1+2 does. 1 and 2 does. Speaking of 1+2, that's another universal tool. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Play dead, sidewinder, what? You press 1+2, you get drunk. Just be careful, because if you try to get drunk facing that other way, well, since you're drunk, you'll actually face that other. You'll actually get into drunken master facing that other side, and the controls will reverse. Like if you press forward, you'll go back, and if you press back, you'll go forward. So yeah, careful about that. So yeah, these are all the universal tools. So sidewinder 1+4. The only thing that sidewinder 1+4 has going for it, apart from the generic tools, is, well, 3+4. Sidewinder 1+4, if you press the 2 kicks, which I've mapped to R2, he does this really cool kicks. You may recognize these kicks from Lucky Chloe. Just know that she stole them from Lei, and yeah, it leaves him in play dead, head away, which is one of his better stances, but more of that later. Everything else just a generic tool, like generic get up low and the generic wake up mid. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much sidewinder 1+4. Sidewinder 1+2, we have a really sweet sweep. It's like a snake edge with the speed of a hell sweep, which is quite hard to combo from, combo to, well, at least on a beginner level. But you can get lots of guaranteed stuff or counter hit setups, but honestly, as in, okay, at least in Tekken tag you could, but here it's kind of like more of a setup tool than anything. It's like a launching snake edge that doesn't really give you much combo afterwards. Yeah, I know, but as in, every little bit of damage counts in this game. So yeah, as in, you can combo sometimes, but it's quite tight. Now, okay, sidewinder 1+2. Now we press O, which is 4. We get a generic wake up 4. Now for the juicy stuff, 3+4, we get a double mid, another double mid, which is really good, especially if someone is used to like you doing stupid lows like that, a lot of annoying lows like that. They'll be really flustered. Now the reason I'm doing this is to show you that this low has no effect whatsoever on counter hits. Like I told you, I've mapped L3 to the key charge. Key charge makes the next hit of whoever, be it opponent or you, it will be a counter hit. Now the low, it's pretty good, but it's sad that it's so hard to combo from, but it is comboable. Just by really quite hard. What else? Sidewinder Sidewinder 3+4 is a flip which puts you back to standing. No fancy stuff there. And that's pretty much Sidewinder. Now we go to Play Dead. Play Dead 2+3, which will be L2 according to my configurations. That's down L2. 3 gives you this sweep, which is looks the same but is now actually much easier to combo from. Like you can do something like, my preferred combo is the generic. It's very easy to learn the generic. So yeah, you just have to wait a bit. Make sure that you don't get a while standing move instead, because if you do it a bit too fast, you get a while standing. Yeah, see, you get a while standing move, and you don't want a while standing move. You want to get as much damage as possible, because you've landed a clean hit sweep. That's a big deal. So yeah, you'll want to wait just a bit before you do the generic. Okay, now Sidewinder 2+3, if you press 4, you get this really neat launcher, which also the generic works, and also some really fancy Korean combos. But yeah, also another combo starter. So yeah, Sidewinder 2+3 is your mix-up launcher. Both moves are unsafe. This one is a stagger low. A stagger low means that if they block it, let me just show you real quick. If they block it, let me put her to guard, crouch guard. Where is the crouch guard? See that stagger right there? That stagger is minus 23 frames. Now you might be wondering, minus 23, what does that mean? A second has 60 frames. Minus 23, it means that it's punishable by anything, even a rage art. Well, okay, I'm not so sure about the rage art stuff, but 23 is a lot of frames. You can get delayed hop kick. Basically, if they block that, you're fucked. And okay, if you would just stop crouch guarding, thank you. If they guard this, they guard this, the standing one. That is, I'm not quite sure if it's launch punishable, but I know at the very least it's minus 14, and a lot of people have quite a lot of damage on any given 14 frames. And as you can see, it doesn't have that much range, so it's quite easy to whiff. So as in, if you're going to do this Play Dead 2+3, just Play Dead head towards, just make sure that you do it in their face. And the best way to do that is by just what I've shown you, pressing up forward 2. Up forward 2 goes directly into Play Dead Play Dead 2+3, and it's quite a powerful tool, but also risky, like any other powerful tool. Okay. Next up is Play Dead Head Away. Now, Play Dead Head Away is a really interesting tool. Remember when I told you Sidewinder 1+4 leads into Play Dead.This. Now, from Play Dead.This, you get 2 options. You get 2 main options. You can either do 3 main options. Sorry. You can either do 4, which is this really neat homing attack, which on counter hits wall splats, and is also considered a tail spin. Actually, wall splats also natural hit, because all tail spins do. Basically, anything that spins you around in the air. You know that in case you are unfamiliar with what a tail spin is, it's that state right there. Yeah, that's a tail spin. Any move that tail spins will splat someone on the wall on natural hit. So yeah, that will splat you on the wall. Then you have 3. Now this one, it's kind of in the middle of that hard to combo one and the easy to combo one. Now this one will have, there's a specific combo which I find works best with this one. Sure, you can still get the generic, but it will be you will whiff it more than usually this. Like see there, it's possible to get, but it's very much more likely that you'll whiff. Now to get this, you just do a full crouch attack or a wake up. A waking up attack. What the hell is my full crouch going? But anyway, yeah. Long story short, just go for something safer. So, go for something easier to land, like a delayed down forward. A delayed down forward 2 will pick them up as well. From there, just simplify. If you see that pickup is hard, just simplify your combo. Because yeah, if the pickup is hard, it will also be hard to combo. Like you've seen me try to do this. This is a full crouch move. He couldn't full crouch in time to combo from that. Then again, this may just be my inexpertise with Lei talking, but yeah, as in you might want to stick to the the delayed down for 2 pickup into that, and even that isn't that simple. So yeah, just careful about this, careful about that combo, and don't just take the damage you can get with that. That's all I can say. Now the third option from Play Dead 3+4 is 3+4 itself. 3+4 gives you Coiled Snake. Coiled Snake it's like a grounded version of the Snake Gate. You might be wondering what the Snake Gate is. We'll get to that later. I told you, Lei is a complex character. Now he only has one option from this, and that's box or 1. He just does during that stance, during the Coiled Snake, +1 for a very sneaky mid. Just press 1 and you do a sneaky mid straight to Lily's cookie, and it hurts a lot, and it hits you really far. Of course something that hits you that far, you can always, a rule of thumb is something that hits you that far is usually wall splats, and yeah, no exception here. See that? Now the cool thing about this is that you can use this as a mix-up and then go straight for the ninja again, or the sweep again. But remember, it's hard to combo from, so yeah, you are advised to exercise caution. I advise you just go for the delayed. Like I said, just go for the delayed down for 2 pickup. Yeah. Because his full crouch stuff doesn't seem to work with that combo, and it's respectable damage. I mean, Lei wasn't famous for his damage in the first place, so if you're even looking at this video, don't expect like stupid damage. Lei is more of a mix-up character. I'm just showing you that the things that give you enough damage to work with. And with all that said and done, we'll go to the stance that naturally transitions from both Play Dead and lol, this thing makes me lol so hard. But anyway, yeah, the next stance that transitions from this, and I told you, it's the Drunken Fist. Now Drunken Fist has a lot of interesting tools. Just get sober a bit, Lei, thank you. The natural transition into Drunken Fist is forward 3+4, which again is R2. Really, this button mapping is really helpful. You just press forward and R2 or 3+4, you get the Drunken Fist, and you can move back. You can't backdash or forward dash. He just stumbles. You just hold back for this weird awkward stagger, and hold forward for this falling like dash. Okay, his options, everyone, I think everyone knows this. Drunken Fist 1, pretty powerful hit that sobers him up and sobers you up if it hits you, because It's really it's a healthy chunk of damage and wall splats. But the beauty of it is, if you hold forward after it, you remain drunk, and you can use it to threaten your opponent over and over. And you can actually do it at really common intervals. So as in that's a really nice tool. Oh yeah, and by the for all these standing non-sidewind / play dead stances, all of them can be cancelled by just tapping down back, and you cancel immediately. Just from this point on, just know that applies to all the stances I'm going to be talking about. Okay, that done. That's one. Okay, 2, Drunken Fist 2 is this really cool mid-high hit. The second hit, of course, is a darker ball, but it's not. It's actually a really nice poke. Most people won't be expecting, because when you're drunk, remember when you're in drunken state, as in your range is unknown. Like even you yourself, sometimes see where I'm pressing it from. Like sometimes they may try to punish something and hit it like at a totally different range, and that's the beauty of Drunken Fist. It's unpredictability. Okay, that's we won't get too deep into that. Drunken Fist 3, we have that tiny low which leads into a small string. That's 3 2 4, and it sobers him up completely. So 3 2 4, that is 3 to 4 is 3 to 4 is X triangle. Oh sorry, I'm just so used to number notation. As you can see, it's not a natural combo, but it can be used in certain situations. Like for example, there's this natural combo in I'll just call it a hell sweep for lack of a better term, which does 29 damage. It's really good, but it's a stagger low, which means it can be punished, and 2, it's a low high, which by some chance, if you whiff the low even at distance, they can just duck the high, and you are in a world of hurt. Like that won't work. They just see that kick happening and they duck. Don't get hit by anything. But now the use of Drunken Stance now is that if you do the first hit, then hold forward, you're going to Drunken Stance, and you can block during Drunken Stance. That's the beauty of it. And to add icing onto all that is that he has a combo. He can combo from that. Remember the chasing I was talking about. Now, unfortunately, the third hit no longer hits because it used to in previous Tekkens. But this third hit will whiff outside of the wall, like away from the wall. It'll whiff. But yeah, it's actually pretty rad. Like you just make your own combo. It's much more damage. Yeah, and you go into one of the you go straight into Swan Gate. Yeah. So okay, what next to cover? We have a Drunken 2. I already covered Drunken 2. Yeah. Now we have Drunken 4. Drunken 4 is this really fast, almost unseeable launcher, which is honestly really hard combo from. Not that hard, but as in the reward is not worth the risk. But if you do manage to land it, just know that yeah, you have a launcher. The generic does not work from this. The generic, I usually like that generic because it's decent damage, and it's very easy to pull off. The generic, like if you try to land the generic, because of that single jab you use to like balance Lily out, it'll throw off the tailspin you wanted to do. So yeah, that won't work. But yeah, you can just simplify a combo, like do a simpler version of the combo after the jab, and it'll work. Now the last drunk, okay, not last, far from last. There's this really insane move. I'm laughing doing it. This, if you try grabbing in Drunken Dance, there's this. It's a double break throw, which he grabs you double, like twice. He swings twice. It's like he already knows he's going to miss. If you don't want to get miss inputs, I advise you do it with 2+4, because if you do it with 1+, if you do it with 1+3, you might actually accidentally get a 1 or a 3, which isn't too bad, but as in, yeah, I mean, just look at that. You want to get that, you always want to get that instead. And the beauty of it is, see those two things, each of those things are a chance at a grab. So it's like a grab that grabs twice. So if someone like tries to duck the first one, because that's what a pro would do, or someone like tries to interrupt the first one, and they get caught by the second one, and of course the first one grabs as well. It's the same thing, just like you get 2 chances at the grab, and it also looks really cool. So okay, no gates yet. Last thing about Drunken is transition straight into any play dead or sidewinder, and also Drunken Dance has this really unique tool. If you press 1+2, which is block, box, and triangle, you drink. Now the drinking has two effects, two main effects. One is that it reduces the life bar. Unfortunately, I can't make Lily, I can't reduce my life bar in training mode, which is really irritating. I wish I could show you, but yeah, every time you drink, your life increases. You can drink in rapid succession by mashing the hell out of 1+2, but you get tipsy, and then you go into play dead 3+4, which is also really face this way, please. Okay, yeah, you'll get tipsy, and yeah, you'll end up but every successive drink makes you low crash even lower. At some point you'll be able to miss even some mids, some of these really high hitting mids, even some hop kicks or Lily's. Okay, Lily's will still get you, because Lily's hop kick is, well, Lily's hop kick. But yeah, getting drunk is actually pretty good. Just what you can do is you just drink, then bully someone, drink some more. Just remember, if you want to stick in drunk mode, just hold forward on any of his attacks, and you'll stay drunk, and hold down back to cancel and to sober up immediately from whatever you want to do. And yeah, that's Drunken done with. Now there's remember how I said this transitions directly into Drunken stance? There's also another thing that transitions directly into Drunken stance, and that's his other stance called Phoenix Illusion. Phoenix Illusion, its natural transition is back or 1+4. Now back 1+4, if you hold forward, you go into Drunken. But we've covered Drunken enough, and you already know all this about Drunken. Now Phoenix Illusion. What is Phoenix Illusion about? Well, one, it reduces. It has this weird. I think it's because he lifts his leg, but it has this weird property of sometimes it low crashes. If let's say a Devil Jin tries to do a hell sweep at tip range, although most Devil Jins don't do that right now because of the hell sweep nerf. But yeah, if they try to do a hell sweep at tip range, you'll miss because of this leg that's being lifted. Okay, enough of its properties, of its evasive properties. Yeah, Phoenix Illusion is like a limited stance. If you don't press anything within that limited time, he goes back to neutral. Now, what is it that you need to press? Well, one is this really powerful backswing blow, which gives you a guaranteed sleep on them. You can just go and just make Lily a bitch right there. Then you can just go and start your mix-ups all over again there. Yeah. So yeah. And then two is the greatest bitch slap of all time. It's armored and it's insta tailspins. It's basically his forward 2, which is it's pretty much the exact same move, except that if done from Phoenix Illusion, it's an automatic combo starter. Now there are some post tailspin combos, which are what I usually like doing after a tailspin is for 3-1, then for 3-4. Like it might be hard for like beginners, who I assume are the ones who are watching this video, but if you just if you practice on it, you'll be able to get it. Or if you just want to go like easy enough, easy for the easy damage, like, because I always say like compatibility is always greater than damage. Like it's better to get that 20 damage than to drop the 80 damage and get 10 instead. You get? Yeah. So as in, the easier confirm would be something like the base slap into 3-4. It's 45. It's nothing. It's like the least damage you can do, but it is damage. And till you get the hang of something like let me just go into Swan real quick. Till you get the hang of something like this, till you get the hang of something like that, I advise you just do, yeah, you just do the generic. Just do that till because something guaranteed is something guaranteed but cheap is easier than something whiffed, because something whiffed means that they can get up and punish you. So yeah. Okay, we have Phoenix Illusion 4. That's a low that leads into the snake gate. We'll talk more on gates in just a moment. I hope you have your notebooks down, because the gates are a whole other story. And what haven't we covered? Yeah, 3 is just his basic standing 3. It's basically, you can consider it as he doesn't have a Phoenix Illusion doesn't have a 3, because he does the exact same thing he does like when he's standing. Standing 3-3 is that, and Phoenix Illusion 3-3 is the exact same thing. No different properties like the armor move or the beat or the beat slap. It's just his standing 3. Just be careful not to mash it, because as you can see, it's not a natural combo, and if it gets blocked and you're in back turn, that's a world of hurt. Back turn is also another thing we'll cover. Now, Phoenix Illusion. Anything else you haven't covered? You can cancel it by, this one is one of the only stances you can cancel by holding down, or actually any direction really, any direction apart from back or forwards. So just up and down. If you try to sidestep during Phoenix Illusion, you cancel it immediately. But why do that when you can just armor through whatever BS they want to do? Because this move is actually my recommended choice from Phoenix Illusion. And if you another Phoenix Illusion tip is you can actually drink, get some health back, and get into Drunken. So as in you can just Phoenix Illusion, drink, then down back, get back into sobriety, and say that you are sober for 30 days while you're lying. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all there is, all are found for the Phoenix stance. Now we get into the 5 gates. Okay, the 5 gates is quite long, so I don't know how long this video will last, but I'll try to cover it with as fast and as simply as possible. Now, the 5 gates in order of how they appear. There is the snake gate. There's the dragon gate. There's the panther gate. There's that one is the last. There's a tiger gate, and then the one I misinput, there's the swan gate. So the order is snake, which you just do by pressing 3-4, no direction. Again, dragon, 3-4 plus 1, 3-4, then 1. You have to press it like a bit faster than a string, but slower than a tilde input. A tilde input is yeah, there. This is a tilde input. You've ever seen inputs like this? Like you need to like slide your finger really fast across them. Like for example, oh wow, yeah, I just realized I'd forgotten a really important tilde input from Nini sidewinder nini 1+4. If you tilde 4-3, you get a slide. Yeah, the Lei Shaheen slide. Exactly, that exact slide. Yeah, and it ends in whatever. It depends. It ends in play dead. What play dead version it is depends on how deep your slide is. If it crosses up, you end up head towards, and yeah, if it doesn't cross up, you end up heads away. So yeah, just just something you should know. Yeah, that's a tilde input, and sorry for forgetting about this, forgetting to include the slide in when I was talking about the nini sidewind stances. That's that particular sidewind stance. It's only available from that stance, by the way. So yeah, that's probably why I forgot it. Sorry about that again. But yeah, now it's all done with. Now yeah, to do the gates, as in you press it a bit faster than a string, but slower than a tilde. So see there, I press it a bit too slow. If you press it too slow, if you press it at string speed, you won't be able to get the nini, you won't be able to get the gate. So here is me trying to get into, okay, snake gate is XO, no input. There we got the dragon gate, because we press it a bit faster. I don't know if you can hear the speed of my inputs. That's the speed you need to press. I hope you've had like the rough tap. I'm playing on pad by there, so yeah. Dragon, nini, panther. The panther gate is same with triangle or 2. Swan, same with 4. Tiger, same with 3. Okay, now let's get into the nitty-gritties of the gates. Okay, gate 1, the snake. 1, what is 1? 1 is this really fast poke, which can be rapid fired. What do I mean by rapid fire? Rapid fire is a term I've gotten from Street Fighter, when a move can be mashed out really fast and like basically, let me show it. Yeah, you can rapid fire it up to 6 times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 6 to 5 times. Sorry, my fingers. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the rapid fire. And on counter hits, all the rapid fires are confirmed for a total of 40 something damage, 42 damage. Yeah, there you go, 5 hits. So it's really good for counter hits. In fact, this entire stance is based around poking. Like this entire stance is just a pokey stance. Next is this what I've just done. Whatever. Snake 2. Snake 2 is it's a natural comboing mid low. As in they can't block it whatsoever. But the thing is, if you see they have blocked any of the hits whatsoever, don't finish the low, because the low is launch punishable. And by launch punishable I mean that it's 15 frames or whatever, or higher. It doesn't matter what you do. Like if that thing, if that low gets blocked, sorry, I've gotten into another gate. if that low gets blocked, you're getting launched. If the opponent knows what they're doing. If they don't block it, and if any of the hits land, if even the first hit lands, by all means mash triangle to your heart's content, because all the hits will land. Yeah, but if you see by chance someone is not launching it, then then spam the hell out of this, because if the opponent is not punishing it, then for all intents and purposes it's safe. A move is safe if the move safety depends on the opponent you're facing. If the opponent doesn't know that it's punishable, then why not do it? If a move is like, for example, Horang's back 3, his launcher is really heavy kick. That thing is super unsafe. But if someone doesn't punish it, why the hell would you not do it? Now an entry. What I've done there, that's a variation of the snake gate called the coiling snake. You remember we could do it from this distance. If we press down back 1, get coiling snake again, and same deal as before. Like coiling snake 1, you get the coochie stab. Yeah. now in the snake gate, he has the Kuchi stab, but now it's 1+2. Now it's a really enhanced Kuchi stab. Like this one is now the womb stab. If that was a Kuchi stab, now this is a womb stab. And this one was flat. I think the other one also was flat, but this one is more damage and more like knockback, more knockback friendly. Okay, I have limited time, so I'll just hurry up past the others. Snake gate 4. We have your generic low. Like, okay, not generic low, but we have a nice low over here. Just nothing to write home about. Even on counter hit, like it's nothing really. Just more damage, just 2 points of damage, 11 damage. It's more of a round closer than anything. And then snake 3, what I've just done. Snake 3 is a launcher, which you might think, oh, a launcher, he can do a combo. But the thing is, it leaves him in sidewinder, and you can't really do much from here. Even if you try to crouch cancel, even if you do try to crouch cancel by holding down forward. Okay, that's not a crouch cancel, but as in if you try to like hold down forward and combo into something, you won't be able to get anything really. The only thing you can get is, well, you just do either that or another 3 for 2 hits of 44 damage. And like I said, that little damage is better than just no damage whatsoever. So if you ever do get the chance to learn that, just press 3 again for that, and yeah, continue the neutral game to continue to pressure them. And something I should tell you about the gates, I should have said before the gates, is there's this string right here. It's see, whenever with other people, when you tap forward, nothing happens. But with Lei and Kazuya, if you tap forward, they do this tiny, I'll just call it a misstep. Actually, I'll just call it a misstep because Kazuya's is a misstep as well. They enter into this state where they have access to new moves. Now, in this misstep, he has access to what I call what Tekken calls the Razor's Edge strings. Now, every Razor's Edge string, the Razor's Edge string is a misstep, then like misstep, you can just misstep then 4. Every hit cancels into a different gate, and the order of the cancel is snake, dragon, panther, tiger, swan. In that order: snake, dragon, panther, tiger, swan. Which means, what am I talking about? You cancel by sidestepping in any direction. So if I do misstep 1 punch, sidestep, I'll end the snake. Misstep 2 punches, sidestep, end up in dragon stand, with the dragon gate. Misstep 3 punches, end up in panther. Misstep 4 punches, I'm also, as you can tell, I'm also kind of new to Lei, like I said. 4 punches, you end up in the tiger gate. And then if you do misstep, do the entire thing. Misstep 4 punches, kick, and it has to be the mid kick. It has to be O. See how here I'm. If you look at my command history, you can see that I'm pressing box plus triangle instead of like box triangle. It's like a nice way to option select. Like instead of pressing box triangle and risking a drop. I mean, it's not really that hard to do. I'm just used to like pressing any. You can just mash box and triangle together, and then just time your box plus triangle on which gate you want to cancel out of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, O. As I step, you go into the swan gate. So yeah, in that order: snake, dragon, panther, tiger, swan. Okay. So recap of snake. 1, remember, is rapid fire, which combos fully on counter hit. 2 is a natural comboing mid low. Sorry, that was panther gate. Mid low, which is launch punishable if that low gets blocked. But if any other hit connects, feel free to like mash that too. 4 is low that has nothing special really. And 3, which is X, is a launcher which is really good, but unfortunately because it lives in an unfortunate stance, you can't really do much after it. You can get the wild rising moves, but I think that's pretty much it. Unless some random Korean comes up with some crazy stats. Yeah. And that is the snake gate. Now next, one more thing. Snake gate can be you can transition into snake gate from so many moves. Almost all the gates, pretty much all the gates, you have a secret transition which the move list doesn't show because Tekken is just a dick like that. But anyway, if you do this move, hold down, you're going to snake. Okay. If you do that move and hold down, you're going to snake gate. If you do any 1-1, hold forward, you're going to snake gate. And yeah, those are the ones I've been able to find so far. I'm pretty sure other Lei players will find more, will mention more, but these are beginner's guide. So yeah, that's oh, my phone, I should have put that on silent. But anyway, yeah, those are your most common those will be your most common entries. Speaking of entries, I know I'm backtracking a lot, but yeah, another entry into drunken state. Forward 2-1 forward. That's drunken. Forward 2-1 forward. You're going to drunken. Yeah. Just by the way, sorry for all this mix up and all that. I'm not used to giving tutorials, but I feel like for beginners like us, Lei really needs to be broken down in a way that we can understand. So yeah, I hope you can bear with me, and I hope this helps you out. Okay. Next we want to deal with the dragon gate. Wow, all that was just one gate. So dragon gates, it's natural, like its official input is the XO1. Sorry, I mistimed it. Like I said, I'm new to Lei as well. XO1. See my inputs on the bottom right. XO1. That's the dragon. You can tell it's dragon by the way he holds his hand. And you can change stances by sidestepping to either the left or the right. Now you can sidestep. Okay, sidestep left. Let's go to snake real quick. Sidestep left gives you infinite gate transformations in the order, and it will always go in the order of snake, dragon, tiger, snake, dragon, tiger, snake, dragon, tiger. Always snake, dragon, tiger, snake, dragon, tiger. Now if you sidestep right, if you're on the 1P side like I am, like to Lei's right, if you sidestep to Lei's right, every gate has a unique step. Like that one went straight to panther, then crane, but as in it'll always drop. One thing I've realized, it'll drop at some point. It's not as infinite unless you like rapid fire it, and you know, and since it's unique for every gate, I'll just, to save time, I won't cover that. You can experiment that on your own. But yeah, we were talking about the dragon gate. One natural way to get into the dragon gate, actually the dragon gate is the one gate which I haven't been able to find its a natural way yet, but I'll do some more research and find how to get into it. But anyway, dragon gate 1 is a really fancy throw, which is a 1 break, so the opponent has to press box. Like if they don't press box, this thing won't break. Then dragon, if we switch to dragon, dragon 2 is a really nice made, which is pretty safe as far as well. I don't have the exact numbers, so this is all by hand testing, but from what I could tell, it's pretty much safe. It's pretty much safe, and on counter hits, it does what it used to do in Tekken Tag 2, which is launch. The generic works from the counter hit launch, but you need to be really quick about it. if you want to combo with the generic. But what I'd advise is just go simple, or just use a, if you see a combo is not landing, use a jab to balance it out. I'm missing the jab itself. Yeah, just use a jab. If you see a combo is like hard to like the drunken fist, tipsy foot. I just call it tipsy foot because I've always called it tipsy foot. Just usually use a jab to balance things out. It works for pretty much almost every character, not Lei only, like almost every character. Jabs balance things out. Okay, next is Panther. Oh, not Panther. What am I drunk? Dragon. Dragon 4. Dragon 4 is, well, he has no Dragon 4. This pretty much is what it's just a random high kick, which is, it's fast, it's decent, it's okay, as in, but as in if you're going to do a high like that, just press 4 and make sure you don't mash it, because he has a 4/4 tilde string, but we're not covering that, we're covering stances. Because 4 by default is Lei has a magic 4, which I am yet to find the combo for. Sorry, because I've experimented, I haven't found the combo for it quite yet, but I will in due time, and if I do, I'll just update, because I plan on playing Lei for a long time. So yeah, that was Dragon 4, and then Dragon 3 is a nifty little low, very unseeable. Like no one will ever see this coming. Unless they expect. The only way this will be blocked is if someone is expecting it. It has no special properties on counter hit. Just staggers a bit more, and that's, yeah, just extra damage. Not even staggers a bit more, just extra damage. It leaves him at, I think, I don't know, neutral on hit. It's minus. It's negligible minus frames on block. Yeah, it's just a nifty little low to close off the round. And then now here's where the man is. Dragon 1+2. That's box plus triangle together. With my configuration, that'd be R1. That. See what happens? She stands. Stands are a godsend in Tekken 7. Why? Because that's a combo starter which you can get anything you desire from. Look at that right there, 80 damage. It's beautiful. Now, of course, it being a double high, that's an obvious whatever. That's an obvious weakness. So you need to be smart about it. Like, don't keep on looking for that. So yeah. If you do manage to land that, just know that you can get very, very delicious damage from it. And that wasn't even an optimal combo. That was just the generic combo, and I got 80. So yeah, you can imagine how much more damage you can get. It's Razor. It's Razor. Like I told you, it's Razor Rush cancel is the second punch. Sorry, misstep. Just remember you have to like let go. Just tap, let go. Make sure he starts that animation, that tiny animation. Because if you just press forward and like a punch, you'll get that instead. You'll get that instead. What we're looking for is this, not this. So you have to wait for him to do that, Nene. So just tap it, let go. Make sure you don't press any punch while still holding forward. You need to tap it. Just tap it and let go. So yeah, after the second punch, you go into Dragon. So you can sidestep into Dragon. First punch is Snake, second punch is Dragon. That's the only other cancel of Dragon I know, apart from it's like apart from like cancelling it from another sidestep, whatever. Sidestep and doing the actual Dragon cancel. Okay, that's Dragon dealt with. Next, we go to the Panther Gate. Panther Gate is natural transition. Exo triangle. So that's 3+4 triangle. As you can see, the Panther, he kind of like bares his knuckles and like crouches. But then all these gates, all these gates, they low profile. By low profile, what do I mean? The jabs tend to go over his head, which is really good. And one of the things that make people really annoyed by Lei And like I said, with all stances, they can be cancelled just pressing down back. So anyway, Panther Gate, that's its initial transition. It can also be transition. Okay, yeah, I did warn that it was going to be quite a long video. So anyway, we're talking about the Panther Gate right now, yeah. So anyway, the Panther Gate can be transitioned into by pressing XO triangle, like I told you. So that's 3 plus 4, then 2, or forward 1 plus 2, then hold forward. You go into Panther. So what's so good? Why use Panther? Panther is your mix-up stance. If Snake is known for its poking, Panther is known for its mix-up capabilities. Like Panther 1 is a low, but stop getting drunk, Lei, please. But that's not Panther 1. That's not what Panther 1 is used for. Panther 1 tilde 2. Remember what I told you about tilde inputs. 1 tilde 2 is the slide. So yeah, Panther 1 tilde 2 is a really nice tailspin, which of course can be ducked because it's a low high. Like if they duck it and you're fucked up, RIP to you. But it's a really nice poke and really fast and really hard to see. So yeah, and then Panther 2, the mix-up for that. Now the mix-up for that is this. Panther 2 is very nice launcher, generic worthy. Yeah, you can do whatever you want after that Panther 2. And then what else? Panther 3. So Panther 3 is this low, crashing low. Realize how it takes a hop up and before it. So like this one is for if you want to like escape a low, someone is pressing a lot of like down fours or something, like you're fighting a Josie and she's chopping off at your ankles a lot. This is the move you want to use, because if you do that move and then manage to get a counter hit. Sorry, I didn't get into Panther. My counter hit ran out. Sorry, just bear with me. If you do this move, get a counter hit. Sorry, he wasn't facing forward, and I wasn't counter hit yet. Jeez, okay. Need to get better at this tutorial thing. Yeah, it's like Dragunov's down 2 pre-nerf, like before it got nerfed. Yeah, it's a pretty nifty low. It's a really nice move, by the way. And then last we have is Panther 4. Panther 4 is basically it's the exact same properties as Law's forward 4. Now, what's so special about this? Well, apart from dealing a shit ton of damage, you might be wondering, okay, why use this? It's a high and it's quite slow. The reason is its counter hit capabilities. This thing from counter hits, well, yeah, I think you can already tell. I'm just going to do the generic, but you're just going to. This thing is insane, just outright insane. That's 75, and I haven't even, like I told you, that's the generic I've done. So yeah, the Panther 4 is also a really good tool. Same, exact same whatever properties. Like you can easily hit 90 plus with that combo. And even with the generic, that's 70 plus. That's big boy damage. So yeah, what might I have missed with Panther? Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty. That's all there is to Panther. That's all there is to Panther. Yep. So next gate, we have the what comes out of Panther? It's Snake, Dragon, Panther, Tiger. Tiger is 3 plus 4, 3. Look at the stance, Nini. Tiger. Just make sure you remember the hand seals, because Nini, like you need to remember you need to know which stance you're in, because all of the stances have different uses and different attacks. Now Tiger is his big boy stance. What do I mean by big boy stance? Here he gets big boy combos and big boy hits. He has a lot of damaging hits. I'm just going to do this real quick. restart settings, wall. Yeah, you see they added a new mechanic in Tekken that they are all boasting about, the wall bounce. Now his wall bounce is here. It's in if you press if you're in Tiger, then press 1+2, you get the wall bounce. You can get a lot of damage from it. See, I didn't even press a lot. I just did part of the generic, then did that down and up back 4, and suddenly 71 damage. And even without the wall bounce like that, this thing still really big boy damage. Sorry, didn't cancel in time. There, see, 25. It's really good. Outside of the wall, it's still a really good like knockback tool. And if you're far enough, if you're too far for a bounce, it'll splat, and you can run in with a running one and get your hit while she's still wandering there on the wall. Okay, what else? What else about Tiger? Get out of Snake Lei. Let's also get out of the wall. Get into Tiger. Remember the input window is kind of tight. Even me, I'm not quite comfortable with the input window just yet. But well, we'll all get better with time. Okay. That was 1+2. So Tiger 1. What does Tiger 1 do? Tiger 1 is his smack. Now in Tekken Tag, this thing was a natural launcher, but now it's a counter hit launcher. Basically, it does that, and you can get its generic combo worthy. Yeah, and it's hefty damage. Like I told you, the Tiger is his big boy gate. The Tiger gate is the big boy gate. And okay, so that was 1. 2 is an entirely new move to this game. Sorry, that was Snake. Jeez. Yeah, you get a tailspin, which you can do a post tailspin combo. Remember, if you're not sure that it's going to land, just go for the safe option. But if you have the execution, you can do that. You can do sorry. Don was explaining I don't have the execution. Yeah, you can do that, then that. That's usually okay for me. That's my best post tailspin combo, because it deals chunky damage and it leads to the wall. It like look at the amount of wall carry that's happened there. Yeah, so yeah, of course the second hit of that that attack can be ducked, but the beauty of it is that it is hit confirmable. You can confirm that hit, and no matter how late you press it, it'll connect as a combo. Well, okay, there's a window to how late you can press it, but even at its latest, at its most delayed, you can confirm. So you have time to check whether it's hit or not. Then you can press the second one, and the first hit is completely safe. So yeah, you can just if you see it hasn't connected, if you see it's blocked, just press the first hit and you'll go back to neutral. There's no special stuff like at if you hold forward you stay in Tiger. No, this one is just you go straight into neutral after that. What else? Tiger 3 is a really nice mid. He jumps over all lows, and it also high crashes for some weird reason. It both high and low crashes, and high and low crashes at the same time, and that's really good because for obvious reasons, you want to land in as many hits as possible, because that's what Tekken is about, and that's what Lei is about. That's his gameplay. Nothing special on counter hit. It's not like it's a tailspin or anything. Well, I may be wrong, but get into Tiger gate, please. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, that's Tiger 3. Tiger 4. Tiger 4 is another big boy. Tiger 4 is a sweep that doesn't need it's like the previous sweeps you've seen, but it doesn't need a clean hit. You've seen most of the others, the message clean hit has been appearing before there. That's because you need to be like at a certain distance for it to launch. But this one can launch at any distance. But to make up for it, the combo window update is much harder. It's not impossible, but harder. Come on, Lei, work with me, work with me here. Okay, Tiger. So yeah, you want combo with the full crouch, Nini. The full crouch. Basically, what if you want to do? The best way to do this full crouch is you press and hold down forward. Basically, yeah, that. Then you press 2-1-4. 2-1-4 will put you into Phoenix Illusion, and from Phoenix Illusion you do the beach smack. So yeah, that's pretty much the Tiger combo I found that works. The Tiger sweep combo. Sweep, 2-1-4, beach smack, then goes to the wall. Yeah, it's really good, and it's really fast, which is even better. Sorry, that's not Tiger. This input windows, yeah, as you can see, it's really fast. It's quite hard to see. So yeah, I think that's Tiger covered. Does it have any alternate inputs? Yes, it does. We press down forward, box, press triangle, then hold forward, you get into Tiger. Yep, and then the side steps, of course, yeah, like I told you, it has unique right switches, and then the side step lefts are always in the order of it might have a filler, maybe it might have a filler panther or something, but it will always continue in the order of snake, dragon, tiger, snake, dragon, tiger. There is always the whatever the order. So that's Tiger dealt with. So now we go to the final gate, which is Swan. The Swan gate. Swan gate is that and 4. 4 is the only button we're adding. Swan gate, really nice, majestic. If the beauty Swan gate is like a mix of tiger and it's a mix of tiger and panther, or it has a lot of gimmicky stuff and a lot of big boy damage combo stuff. What I mean is, if someone does try a low here, they'll automatically get hit by that up forward 4. Like, you don't need to input anything, they'll automatically get hit by that, because but now they've given you the option of doing it manually, which is a nice plus. And also let's see. Okay, let's get into Swan stuff. Okay, that's a natural entry, and actually that's the entry you might want to rely on, because on counter hits, that up forward 3 is a launcher. So you learn to do something like that, then like that, like this. That was just me thinking off the top of my head, but yeah, as in, this will be a preferred entry into Swan. That up for 3, it's really good, because even on block it's decent. And even if you don't want to do anything with it, like if you want nothing to do with it, you can always step into another stance really quick in case it gets blocked. But anyway, we're not talking about other stances, we're talking about Swan. Swan 1 is a very chunky mid that throws you over there, that way. No special, nothing special I can talk about it, not even on counter hit, like it doesn't crumple or anything. Okay, let me just get into Swan direct. First counter hit, Swan. Oh, get the Swan, my friend. Swan, then 1. Yeah, just extra damage, nothing different. Swan 2. Swan 2 is a high homing move that tail spins. It's actually pretty nice, and it's safe. So yeah, that's Nini. It's safe, but it's not class. So as in, if it gets blocked, well, just know it's no longer your turn. Just respect. Like, the best thing to do would be to just wait and see what the opponent does, or maybe try and sidestep into another stance. I advise sidestepping left because you know the you'll know the chains of the left. But also if you like study on stand and on swan gate and know which gates come after it, that's another plus. Like yeah, you can do that. What else? Swan. I have swan 4. Swan 4 is that really nice low, which on counter hit is one of the best lows in the game. Yep. On counter hit gives you this. Come on, do this one low. Lei, please. Then you get that guaranteed. The mix up and the whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever you wish after that. So yeah, it's a really nice low. It's a low which is a low scary enough to be respected because it's like really good. It knocks down on ordinary hits, and then on counter hits it's just messed up. On counter hit it's messed up. Okay, swan 3. Swan, that's not swan. Swan, let me just transition into, yeah. Swan 3 is this kick, which by itself is actually pretty good, but because this is Lei, he has an extension to it, of course, which is 3 4 2 3, which is I'd advise to do this at a corner because 3 4 2 3 it's actually pretty decent damage at the wall. Like okay, nothing like the this into that, but yeah, it's decent damage. Oh, yeah, that's another alternative and into swan, by the way. If you do up back 4 then hold forward, you go into swan again. So that was swan 3. Double hits. Then let's see, this one up forward 4, which was ordinarily it was it wasn't a hit you do manually. It was like an auto hit whenever someone does a low, but now you have the option of doing it manually, and you can do stuff like this because of that, which is nice. Yeah, 73. So yeah, swan is pretty good. What else? Is there anything else I've missed from swan? Oh yeah, oh, how could I forget? Yeah, the big boy swan hit, which is 1+2. Yeah, it does that. Unfortunately, the default combo, like the basic combo, won't work from it because of how Swan recovers. Swan has a bit more recovery, and she falls down. She falls down at the same speed, but Swan has a bit more recovery. So as in, you won't be able to get out the 3-1 in time, the 4-3-1 in time, but you can only do something like let's see, a back 4-1. Or a really quick back 2-4. Let me just confirm so that make sure I'm not giving you false info. Yeah, really quick back 2-4. Then you do a post after post screw combo. So that's then yeah, back 2-4. Like I said, really quick. Don't dawdle around. Post screw. Yeah. I should have done a deeper dash, but you get what I mean, yeah? Or you can get a back 4-1. So that, then back 4-1, same thing, like a post screw combo. So yeah, I believe, yeah, that's all the gates finally explained. The only thing remaining is the rage drives. Let me just put rage on real quick. Every gate, one thing you need to understand about these guys' rage drives is that, one, they only happen from the gates, and two, they're hard to combo into but easy to combo from. Like okay, let's start with snake. The snake, it's like, you know how Paul's blue death fist is? It's basically that, except without all the stupid damage. So the best thing, you don't want to do something like a wall splat. After you do a wall splat, if you after getting a wall splat, you transition into snake by let's say you press that, then you press down back mini, hold down, then it's quite tight. It's really quite tight. Let's put this to the wall. I mean, like I said, they're hard to combo into, but very rewarding if you combo like. I went into Drunken instead. Sorry. We can do this. Hold down. Okay, so wall splat. But anyway, okay. It re-wall splat. Just know that it re-wall splat. Like after a wall splat, you can get another wall splat, which is always nice. Dragon. Next is Panther. Sorry, Panther's rage drive is one of the more unique ones. It's let's get away from the wall. It's one of those tailspin rage drives. Due to the difficulty of due to the difficulty of comboing from whatever into rage drives, I don't know if it gives you an extra tailspin, like for example this Lily's rage drive, it gives you an extra tailspin, but yeah, just you can it's there. I know I've skipped dragon, but I'll get to it in a bit. So let's just we can see right now if it gives us an extra tailspin. Sorry. Why must everything be so hard, yeah? Can do a forward 2. Yeah. Okay. Extra tailspin? Nope. No extra tailspin. Sorry. No extra tailspin, but yeah, post tailspin combo, like I told you. And now this time you can make it longer because there's no extra hit like wasted. You've just gone straight from a tailspin. So yeah, that's good. And if you somehow magically manage to combo into it, even better. Now I knew I skipped dragon. I know I skipped something. Dragon has a more profound wall knockback resplat essence. So yeah, you do dragon. That's yeah, it's really dragon and snake rage drives are really good for the wall. Panther is good for like catching someone off guard. Like all of the rage drive just represent the best functions of the respective gate. Just like the way Tiger is a big boy gate, yeah. So you expect a big boy in any rage drive. Sure enough, it is one of the biggest boyiest rage drives. It's one of those smackdown launchers. And no smackdown versus raw stuff, like the ones that if they catch you in midair, you get like a back stand, like the stand which, for example, Asuka or Dragunov's rage drive or Heihachi's, where if you get hit by it, you start like your back, your back is like it aches. So yeah, unfortunately I have no way to combo into it without dropping the combo. I don't know any way to combo into it without ruining the combo completely. But yeah, if you're able to get it, if you are able by any chance to get it in a combo, it would be beautiful. Let me just try it really quick. No, I can't get it in time. She's already woken up. But yeah, that's what it does. And of course with that giant ass bounce, you can combo from it, delayed hop kick, then whatever you can even do the generic. You can do pretty much anything you wish. What gate is left? We have the Swan gate. The Swan gate is actually the easiest combo into Swan gate rage drive, because you can do this, then that. then yeah, that works. Just it's really strict timing, but yeah, like Swan is all about it's a mixture of launchers and mix-ups. Yeah, so you can do something like that, like this, then the low, like that, then the low, sorry, that low, like that, then the low, then another kick, then that again. Like it's pretty lit. That. That. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much I believe that's all the stances apart from back turn. Wow, okay, this guy has a lot of stances. So back turn down one is pretty much a low that's meant a really like ya kusumbuana, as we say in my country. Like it's just meant to like bully people. Let me turn rage off real quick there so that we get actual damage values. Back turn 1-1 is part of a string, part of a really annoying string that goes high, mid, low. So 1-1-3, 1-1-3. Sorry, too slow. 1-1-3. It's not natural, but who the hell is going to expect a high, mid, low string? Yeah. What else? Back turn 3 is your get out of jail, get out of jail kit and card. It's actually pretty. I think it's your fastest option from back turn. I may be wrong. I mean, I'm new to Lei, but yeah, it's pretty good for like as a panic button. Of course, with Lei's back turn is pretty much the safest. You can just hold back and you'll get out of back turn again. And then there's back turn what? There's back turn down 4, which is a reverse version of this. Like it's basically the first hit of this, but now as like a reverse version. And this one is quite easily comboable. Yeah, like just make sure not to hold down any buttons, because if you hold down any directional button, every directional button has a stance it goes into. So yeah, careful about that. Then again, that might be the way you can combo into a rage drive if you want to, if you wish to, if that's how you wish to use your rage drive. It's actually, because of that option, it's actually pretty viable at the wall, because you can do something like this. Let's just reset, go to the wall and put rage on, yeah? And do that. Hold down, then go to the wall, get the splat, do your combo, go home happy. Okay, let's get away from the wall. Next we have I'm talking about, sorry, I was biting my pen. Combo from this, it's very lenient. As long as you just tap the down O, you can even get the default combo there. Yeah, like if you just wait for a bit, you can get the default combo. If you're not that patient, you can get the full crouch 2-1-4, the one I was talking about before. 2-1-4, bait slap. Then yeah, you can dash up and do whatever you want to the poor opponents. What have I left out? Is there anything I've left out? Yeah, 1+2 is this really nice hit that yeah, it can transition into that if you hold down. If you hold down, then press triangle. So you can just do 1+2, hold down, 1+2. Like, sorry, that wasn't the combo, but as in, so basically just do 1+2, then while matching 1+2, just hold down. You'll get a random mid. So the best application of this is you do the 1+2, then while they're still expecting another high, surprise them with a mid. Yeah, speaking of mids, 2 is a homing move which tail spins, particularly useful after that. See that? Yeah. And then his Tekken tag stuff, that was 4-4, which is a really nice mid that spikes. I guess in this game it would be a balcony break. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm willing to bet money that that's a balcony break. Then there's the 4-3, which used to be a natural launcher, but now I guess they've made it counter hit. Makes sense because it's a really damaging launcher, which can easily be comboed from. As in, it's no big deal. Tap. Sorry. Of course I say easily combo from, then I drop it. So I guess you just balance it out with a jab. Let me at least do it so that you have some inkling of, yep, there you go. Yeah, something like that. But just know that that is super unsafe, and that is why they added a new option to that, and that is back turn 4-1, back turn 4-1. It's a tail spinning whatever combo. So if someone like, you can use this by default. What I advise is use this by default. Use the 4-1 by default, the back turn 4-1 by default. Eventually, a good player will catch on to it. If a good player doesn't catch, if it's a player who's not catching on to it, well, they're lost. As in, they'll keep on getting hit by it because it's not punishable. And if someone does catch on to it, that's when you throw out the 4-3, or maybe a 4-4 if you're afraid of getting launched. It's pretty solid. And then this down one, it's pretty much a combo extender. Let's see. You can do that, then down one, 4-1. Then yeah, whatever you wish to. And you can also grab from me all of your ordinary grabs. Command, I don't think you can do your command grabs. Oh, okay. If you do them, he refuses to turn around. But all the ordinary grabs can be done from back turn, and they will grab, just like Master Raven's back turn or Shayu's back turn or pretty much anyone's back turn. Yeah, and that concludes the stance tutorial for Lei. I hope I've covered anything a beginner would hope to know about stances. I know I haven't covered normal hits like his 4-3 and how good is, and the fact that his down 4-2 is a safe launcher and all that. But honestly, that would make this video like 5 hours long, because Lei is a complex character. He has a lot of, you have to put a lot of work into him, but all that work comes out as a lot of wins. So yeah, hopefully this has helped you out, and if you like it, well, good news for me. I'm not going to ask for likes or subscribes because I'm not really a YouTuber. I just did this because I feel like people need to know about Lei. So yeah, with all that said and done, sayonara till the next vid. Lei, give them a small drink. Bye.